The framing of the Washington House is complete. It was done using 18th century techniques, being kept alive and well today by modern craftsmen. The timbers were sawn and planed in the shop of the Blue Ridge Timberwrights out of Christiansburg, Virginia. Once fashioned, the timbers were brought to Ferry Farm, where craftsmen took about a month to piece together the Washington House's frame. Here's Sandy Bennett, president of the Blue Ridge Timberwrights.
Timber framing is a type of post and beam construction. It's characterized by the use of wood connecting joints, the mortise and tenon being the mainstay, or the dovetail are a couple of types of joints that are used here, and then embellishments such as chamfers, and here we've incorporated some lamb's tongue chamfers. The wood joinery is cut, the mortise and tenon, and then the process called draw boring is used to slightly offset the holes in the tenon from those in the mortise, and when the peg is driven, it actually pulls the joint together. We're having to build it to meet public gathering space requirements, so we're adding steel that wouldn't have been typically done then. But as far as the framing itself, we're trying to stay authentic, and I think it's a pretty good representation of the way it would have been built at that time. Of course, we use what we can in the way of modern tools, and I like to point out that the people who would have done this work in their day were using the most modern and available tools that they could possibly get their hands on. We do the same thing.